Hello, GFA. It's day 28 of the legislative session. It's a crossover day. This year, the session has been a little bit unusual for us, and partly because we started off with a special session back in December that got everybody warmed up and got a lot of the issues kind of out and started working a little bit early. For us, that meant that a lot of the issues, big issues like tort reform, tax reform, even some of our issues related to natural resources, got a head start. So it's been a very fast session with a lot of legislation passing through, and Jake's going to give us a little bit of a breakdown on what it looks like. Jake?
Yeah, hey GFA, Jake Matthews here. Like Andre said, it's crossover day, which basically means, all bills have to pass out of the chamber in which they originate today in order to be considered throughout the rest of the session and see final passage and possibly signature by the governor. GFA, we've been working on our priority issues here under the Gold Dome, and everything's really in a great spot right now. We've got a great day ahead of us here on crossover day. One of our priority issues, the harvest tax bill, HR 96, is in a really good spot. It already crossed over last year, and so we're not focused on it today, but we've been working to educate members of the General Assembly on that legislation, particularly in the Senate, and we're really hopeful that we're going to have a hearing and a vote, hopefully, in committee on that bill soon. Other things we've been working on, such as legislation dealing with water and private property rights, has been advancing really nicely through the General Assembly. We've even had some legislation passed today on crossover day out of the Senate. So we're really looking forward to continuing that work throughout the session. A few other things that we're working on and tracking, really. We're tracking the foreign ownership of land. There's been a number of proposals out there dealing with limiting the ownership of land by certain foreign adversaries. And so we've been keeping an eye on that and tracking it. And then one other thing that we've been working on that has already crossed over, so don't have to worry about it today, is House Bill 53, which would move the Board of Registration for Foresters out from under the Secretary of State over to the Georgia Forestry Commission. So that's already crossed over as well, and we're looking forward to that coming up in the Senate here soon. So a lot of really great things happening today, but also have already taken place earlier this session. Got a good rest of the session ahead of us as we keep moving forward. So
Thank you, Jake. I want a special thank you to you, Jake, as well as Mr. Richard Royal, Bo Butler, Frank Morris from Butler Avenue Partners are supporting us. Olivia Sanders, who's in the background, doing a lot of legal research for us. She's our legal extern out of Mercer University. And our GFA team, comms team especially, Matt and Mike, Olivia, that help us make sure that we're delivering this information to you. Remember, we're here to add value to your timberland and your forest assets, as well as your manufacturing and operational assets. If we can do anything for you, feel free to reach out to us. Take care.